New shocking information about leftist extremists known as Antifa. Fox News learning that in previously unreported documents, the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security warned that, quote, anarchist extremists and Antifa groups were the primary instigator of violence at rallies. Joining me now, Republican strategist and committee woman for the RNC in the state of California, Harmeet Dillon. All right, good evening, Harmeet. We're only hearing about Antifa when apparently the government came out and talked about it well over a year ago. Why is this?
Well, it's very concerning because those of us who were participating in the campaign last year, we saw this coordinated violence against Trump supporters break out seemingly spontaneously in several places. And it's very similar to the Antifa we see today with the masks and the bats and open confrontation and violence as a tool. So it looks like the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security have known about this for over a year now, and unfortunately haven't been warning the public about it, and that's a real scary situation.
You know, when we look at Berkeley, and I remember when I think it was Milo was going there and they were burning and smashing the building and... and rioted for 12 hours, and one person was arrested, and he did it because he wanted his street creds. I didn't even know what to call them. I was calling them black ninjas. They're Antifa. We're just hearing about this not because the government told us, but because Politico told us. But more importantly, Harmeet, you are an attorney who is bringing a lawsuit to prevent law enforcement from standing down?
Hey, how come you guys are hanging back?
That would be a good question for the chief of police.
I mean, I haven't seen the cops around people and just like beating the shit out of each other.
A public statement, right?
No, I'm just asking you guys. I mean, you're here.
I would defer you to our public information officer.
So they told you to hang back?
As I said, I defer you to our public information officer. What's your next question?
I mean, I'm just wondering why I've been watching all day. People get you know, beat up pretty bad. I haven't seen you guys around much.
Okay. And
So what happened last year in the June rally in San Jose was we had a great rally. I did the Pledge of Allegiance there, and then we walked out, and 250 San Jose police directed all the Trump supporters directly into a riot, and they sealed off the other routes. So people from the ages of like 14 and 15 to their 70s were trapped, and we were beaten like beaten like animals there in this little narrow canyon there in the city. And they did not lift a finger. They didn't make any arrests, and it was really shocking. And the national news media was there to witness it. So I represented about 17 individuals who were assaulted in that riot to sue the city of San Jose and its police chief for creating those dangerous conditions and failing to protect supporters. And we've seen similar incidents occur, as you said, in Berkeley last week, in Portland, other cities as well.
And, you know, let's take a look at how the person who was beat up last week, who thought he was going to die, how he responded and what he saw happen. Let's take a look at this.
After the massive part of the black bloc came, the police disappeared, and then there was an announcement. The police have stood down, and then like a sea of black just like poured into the park, and then it started getting violent.
All right, and this is precisely, Harmeet, what you're saying is police are standing down. Now, I worked with cops for 30 years. I love cops, all right? I can't believe this is instinctive. The order must be coming from the top.
Absolutely. What I heard in San Jose from a number of police who were there said they were absolutely sickened by the orders they were given by their higher-ups. But, of course, you know, they need their pensions and their jobs. They're not able to come forward. And in Berkeley, similarly, I think there were rank-and-file cops there. I've spoken to some of them. They're embarrassed that their police chief doesn't have the political will to stand up to the mayor and say, look, our job is to keep people safe, not to protect your, PC attitudes here and play along with us. These are normal citizens. The guy you showed being beaten up there was a video blogger, a journalist, not a fascist or any kind of criminal. So it's really outrageous. And And the reason they do this, and it's successful, it's domestic terrorism. It's to prevent citizens from coming out to hear conservatives or other viewpoints in the future, and it's succeeding, unfortunately.
All right, Harmeet Dillon, excellent attorney. Harmeet, thanks so much for being on. We're going to see more of this.
Thanks for having me.